The real son had been raising pigs in the countryside for 20 years. As soon as he was brought back to the wealthy family, his parents showed disgust, so he immediately decided to find different parents. He walked straight up to his uncle who had no children and said, "Uncle and aunt, can I take you as my parents?" When he said this, his aunt was full of surprise and disbelief, while his biological mother became anxious. On the day he came home, his parents and sister did not go to pick him up. Instead, they stayed home to comfort the adopted son. Looking at the family on the sofa with their faces full of disgust, he asked his aunt who had brought him back with a half smile, "Aunt, are these people really my birth parents?" His aunt was stunned, then nodded and said, "Yes, why?" He sneered and said, "I am clearly their biological son, but why do they look so disgusted with me?" The four people in the room all changed expression. They did not expect him to be so blunt. After his aunt left, his biological mother Anna reluctantly stood up. Pretending to look heartbroken, she said, "My child, you have suffered out there." He gently stepped aside, avoiding her touch, said, "Stop pretending, I cannot see a trace of heartache in your eyes." Anna stood there awkwardly, but soon anger rose in her heart. Sure enough, someone not raised by her had no manners. Then she forced a smile and said, "I have already prepared your room. Come, mother will take you to see your room." She tried to take his hand again. He dodged again and said sarcastically, "So preparing a room is more important than picking me up?" Anna missed again, impatience flashing in her eyes. He said flatly, "No need to see the room. I might not even stay." Then he pointed at a boy around his age and asked, "Who is he?" David, who had been called out, was startled. His eyes immediately turned red. He gently tugged at the sleeve of his second sister beside him. The second sister, Emily, said softly, "David, do not be afraid." Then she turned to look at him coldly and said, "I am your sister Emily. He is my younger brother David." She emphasized my younger brother. Hearing this, he said meaningfully, "Oh, so he is the one who was switched with me." David's hand trembled, his reddened eyes filled with tears ready to fall. Hearing this, the second sister expression turned very ugly. She deliberately raised her voice and said, "In my heart, David is my real brother." Hearing this, he sneered and said, "Treat him as your real brother. Then you are really brain dead." Everyone was stunned by these words. The second sister Emily looked incredulous. She said, "Are you calling me brain dead?" He laughed scornfully and said, "Yes. Did I say it wrong? Do you not know that it was his mother who secretly switched me with him?" At this point, David pressed his lips together and tears could no longer stop flowing. Emily held his cold little hand tightly and comforted him softly, said, "David, this has nothing to do with you." Then she turned and angrily rebuked him, saying, "It is true that David's mother secretly switched you too, but David is innocent, he knew nothing." He let out a sudden laugh, his eyes full of mockery. He said, "He is so innocent, innocently enjoying 20 years of a comfortable wealthy life in my place, while I, the real son, was thrown into a trash can in the dead of winter by his wicked mother. If no one had found me, I would have died right after birth." His words left Emily speechless. Just as she began to feel a bit guilty, David started sobbing again, saying, "I am sorry, it is all my fault for having such a mother. Brother, if you hate me, hit me or scold me, but do not blame my second sister." With that, he struggled to break free from Emily's grip and ran toward him. Emily panicked and quickly stood up to follow. When he reached him, David made a motion to kneel, but was timely stopped by Emily, who had caught up. She said, "David, what are you doing? I told you this is not your fault, it is your mother's fault. Watch." This scene, he let out another sudden laugh and applauded like he was watching a show, saying, "Interesting, really interesting. Are you putting on a tearjerker act for me?" Seeing that he was so unreceptive, the last trace of guilt Emily had felt completely vanished. She helped David up and stared at him with cold eyes, said, "How can you be so cold-blooded? David apologized to you so sincerely, and you still mock him like this." He said, "I am not just mocking him, I am mocking all of you too." He sneered and said, he had a wicked mother who thought only of him, so she schemed and created an opportunity to switch him with me, letting him take 20 years of my wonderful life. Now that I, the real son, have returned, you who are my parents and sister, still defend him right in front of me.